How's it going, Smashers? I'm DatSmashBro, and welcome to the Moveset Ideas series. With each new installment of Smash Brothers, there's a lot of new combatants for everyone to enjoy. For this series, I do moveset creations and concepts for potential newcomers. And for this video, we will be looking over a character who is a retro digger, who digs into the ground and fight enemies by pumping them up, known as Dig Dug. Taizo Hori, better known as Dig Dug, is the titular character of the series with the same given name. He debuted in his first installment on February 20th, 1982, for the arcades. The game was developed and published by Namco, with programmers Masahisa Ikegami and Shigeru Yokoyama. Yokoyama is the creator of another Namco IP, Galaxian. In the game, the player controls Dig Dug's movement beneath the ground. The two main methods to defeat the Pukas and Figars that are below are to pump them up until they pop, or crushing them with buried rocks. You do this through the whole gameplay in order for you to win. Ever since the arcade game released to the public, it became a huge success for the company Namco, making it the second highest grossing arcade game at the time. The game has spawned many sequels and spin-offs as well. The character Dig Dug has established himself as a retro character alongside others like Mario, Donkey Kong, and Pac-Man. Dig Dug has made other appearances in other titles like Namco Super Wars and Namco X Capcom. Although the Pukas has made appearances in Smash as an enemy in Smash Run and a cameo in Pac-Man's Taunt, the question is this: what if Dig Dug was converted into a playable fighter in Smash? I've managed to put together an entire move set for him. Me and a lot of other people did, but this is my version of it to clear things up. I've also made an illustration of it all so people can have a visual understanding on how the character's fighting style could perform in the game. Disclaimer: what you are about to see is not an official move set by the Smash developers or Sakurai's company. This was made for fun and speculating. While I did made this to be as accurate as possible, the whole move set could be changed if the character were to be included in future installments. So folks, without further ado, let's dig into the move set of Dig Dug. Dig Dug in Smash will bring with him the drill, air pump, and other things that he has in his games. Spoiler alert, Dig Dug will be using his drill in most of his normal attacks. On his size, he will be small. His attack's power will be neutral, along with his speed as well. He will have two moves here that could be considered projectiles. So, let's get into it. For his jab attack, he throws a punch, followed by a kick, and ending it with a drill attack. This is the basic ground combo that Taizo does. The drill will be rotating, making it his rapid attack. He will knock the fighters back with it at the end. For his front tilt, he thrusts his drill in front of him. This move on low percent will knock back and launches on high percent. This can also weaken the opponent's shields if they block, making it possible to shatter. For his up tilt, he swipes his drill above him. This tilt attack can be used as a combo starter on low percent and a kill option on high. For his down tilt, he does the same thing as his front tilt, but at a low angle. This tilt will have a pop-up effect on low percent, making this another combo starter for him. It can also shatter shields as well. The reason why I have the shield shattering effect in both his front and down tilts is because of the fact that the drill is very sharp and pointy. Now that we are done with his basic ground attacks, let's head on up to his aerials. For the aerials of Dig Dug, he will use his drill in 3 of them, and 2 different attacks in the other 2. For his neutral air, he twirls his air pump hose in front of him. This move will be similar to Simon Belmont's neutral air in Ultimate. The aerial attack is also suited for a follow-up attack as well. For his front air, he spins his drill in front of him. This move, as stated, will have a multi-hit effect on the fighters. On high percent, this can kill. For the back air, he swings his drill behind him. This aerial attack will be stronger than his front air move. It will have a little delay to it, so you'll have to time it in order for the players to land this attack. For the up air, he swings his drill in an arch pattern above him. Just a simple swing will do it. On high percent, this can KO the fighters. For the down air, he drops a large rock below him. As said earlier, this is another weapon or item for Dig Dug to kill the enemies with. This aerial attack will be just like Steve's anvil attack in Ultimate, but you can use this back-to-back without materials. If you hit the fighters with the rock before it drops, it will spike the fighters downwards. On high percent, this can kill. For his dash attack, he charges into the fighters with the drill spinning. This move will have a multi-hit effect on the fighters he gets. Their damage percent has to be really high in order for him to KO the fighter with this move. Okay, now, we are done with his aerials and dash attacks. Let's move on to the smashing moves. For the smash attacks of Dig Dug, he will use his drill in 2 of them, and another tool in the other. So to go through them, his forward smash attack is him doing a more powerful thrust attack with his drill spinning. As seen, this smash attack will have a multi-hit effect, and will launch the fighters. This is basically like Bowser Jr.'s forward smash attack. For his up smash, he lifts his drill above him spinning. Just like the forward smash attack, this move will have the same effects and same outcome. And now for his down smash attack, he uses his jackhammer. This is the tool that Dig Dug uses in Dig Dug 2. In Smash, it will be his down smashing move. The jackhammer will cause a shockwave that will launch the fighters on the first hit, and will do multi-hits on the others in the aftershock. On high percent, this will kill. All 3 of his smash attacks will have multi-hits on them. We are done with Dig Dug's smash attacks. Let's go on over to his special moves. For the special attacks of Dig Dug, one of them will be his trademark attack, while the other 3 will be basic moves for him to do. Basic, but useful. For his neutral special, he summons a Puka or a Figar. These 2 are the well-known enemies in the Dig Dug franchise. The Pukas are a tomato-like creature with goggles, and the Figar are green dragons. Random, yes. In Smash Brothers, the Puka or Figar will roam around the stage freely, attacking the other fighters. The Pukas will do their tackling move from Smash Run, while the Figar will breathe fire. The players can pick up and attack the Puka or Figar. If taken enough hits, they will be launched and killed. Dig Dug can only summon one enemy on the stage at a time. The player can hold shield and press the B button at the same time to remove them from the stage. I know you all are thinking, what is the point of this move? This makes no sense. It doesn't fit with Dig Dug at all. I know. Hear me out. The neutral special will be basic on its own, but if another move intertwines with it, it can be used as another attack for Dig Dug to use, and it is in his side special attack, the Harpoon. This is the main attack that Dig Dug uses in his games, way before Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. He throws his harpoon with the air pump hose attack in front of him, and stuns the enemies with it. With it attached to either the Puka or Figar, he will start to pump air into them, inflating the enemies large until they burst open. Wow, how violent. So how does this work in Smash, you may ask? Remember the neutral special, right? If you summon either the Puka or Figar to the stage, you can use the Harpoon move on them and do the exact same thing to them from the Dig Dug games. When attached, the player has to keep pressing the B button to inflate them. The Puka will have a normal blast to it, while the Figar will have a powerful fiery blast, due to its fire sac bursting. This version of his special attack will be very powerful enough to potentially KO at a normal percentage due to the launch power. So, what about the fighters that are not either the Puka or Figar? If you hit the fighters with the Harpoon, it will instead stun the fighters. Yes, I know that's lame, but I don't see Sakurai letting Dig Dug pump up the other fighters. Maybe for it being way too violent to make a clean version of the move or something, but I can be wrong. For his recovery, he catches a ride from a Figar. As seen, this will be just like Duck Hunt's recovery. The Figar will be able to ascend into the air for 3 in-game seconds until Dig Dug let go. The players can cancel out of this recovery into an air dodge, but by doing that, Dig Dug will go into a freefall. He will be vulnerable to any oncoming attacks from the other fighters, so be careful when using this near them. For his down special, he digs into the ground with his drill. This is how Dig Dug is able to traverse underground in his game. While below the surface, the players can move Dig Dug either left or right. If you press the B button while below, he will pop up from the ground with the drill spinning. This move is powerful enough to launch and KO the fighters. You can also use this to evade oncoming attacks. You should be careful with this as well, because the fighters can counter or avoid this attack. Popping up from the ground will leave him open for a quick second. Alright, now that's all done, let's go to the grab attacks. For the grabs of Taizo, he will use his drill in 2 of them, and physical moves in the other 2. So to go through them, his forward throw is literally him throwing the fighter. He does the same exact thing in his back throwing move as well. For the up throw, he tosses the fighter into the air and drills them. And for the down throw, he does the same thing as his up throw, but he instead puts the fighter on the ground. Both of the up and down throws will have a multi-hit effect. The down throw will be a combo starter for Dig Dug. His throwing grabs are used to KO the fighters. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap this up with the final smash attack. For the final smash of Dig Dug, it will be his air pump attack, but on steroids. Dig Dug will use a super air pump and inflate the puka at a much larger size, big enough to be large as the entire stage. The puka then causes a massive burst attack that will travel across the stage. This is basically Jigglypuff's final smash attack, but it will be a puka instead of Jigglypuff. If any fighters were touching the puka when it burst, it will instantly KO them. For his stage, it can be the grassy island from Dig Dug 2. This is the platform that Dig Dug uses in that game. The players can be fighting on the island with platforms hovering above them. Usually in the game, Dig Dug uses his jackhammer on the fault lines to sink pieces of the island into the ocean. Instead, a ground spike will be in some fault lines. If the players damage the spikes to the point of destroying it, the fault line will spread and start to fall into the waters, making the level smaller. The pukas and figars will be background cameos for this stage as well. So folks, what do you think? Pretty interesting, huh? That's all I have for the moveset of Dig Dug. If you have any thoughts or anything you would like to add to this, make sure to put it in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. I also can do video requests for other characters' moveset ideas as well. If interested, you can check out my previous moveset videos I did on this channel. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next moveset. Smell you later.